Early humans depended on plants, fruits, and seeds for sustenance. Yet, this diet required substantial energy for digestion, limiting the growth of our brain. Around 2 million years ago, a game-changing shift occurred. The first Homo species embraced the world of meat, scavenging and consuming it regularly. This transition unlocked a fascinating phenomenon, the expansion of our brain size. As opposed to other primates whose brains remained compact, ours flourished. Curious to know more? So stay tuned and don't miss our upcoming video on what are the most consumed meats around the world. If you're hungry for more insightful content, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Number 10. Rabbit. Rabbit meat resembles chicken in taste, boasting a slightly heartier, earthly flavor. Its preparation methods mirror those of chicken. The rabbit meat market flourished with 2017 revenue at $6.4 billion, marking a 12% growth from the previous year. China and North Korea dominated 73.3% of global rabbit meat volume in 2017. In the USA, sustainable rabbit meat production occurs on local, small-scale farms, offering environmental benefits. However, industrial-scale rabbit farming proves challenging due to the disease susceptibility. Number 9. Goose. Goose is generally considered white meat, even though its meat is darker, actually closer to red meat. The largest and most popular domestic goose used for meat is the Toulouse. Domestication of geese began during the Neolithical period about 11,000 to 4,000 years ago. The practice spread to Egypt around 3,000 years ago. China and Egypt are the largest producers of goose meat in the world. Domesticated geese are mostly free-range, not factory farmed. This gives their meat some healthier qualities such as more omega-3 fatty acids. Number 8. Buffalo. Buffalo is primarily found throughout parts of Asia. Globally, around 26 million buffalo are slaughtered annually for their meat. They contribute 72 million tons of milk and 3 million tons of meat annually to global food consumption. India has the largest number of buffalo in this country, which accounts for approximately 43% of global buffalo meat production. Buffalo are primarily raised for milk production, producing 67% of the world's 57 million tons of buffalo milk. In America, the term buffalo is often used interchangeably with bison, which refers to the American bison and is often a source of confusion. Number 7. Duck. Duck is most predominant in Chinese cuisine and also part of northeastern Indian cuisine. The Peking duck is the most common duck consumed in the United States. Duck meat is high in fat, cholesterol, protein, and iron. Approximately 3 billion ducks are slaughtered each year for their meat worldwide. People have hunted ducks since prehistoric times. Excavations in California dating back to 6,400 to 7,800 years ago have uncovered duck bones, including at least one now extinct flightless species. Number 6. Turkey. Turkeys were first domesticated in ancient Mexico from about 800 BCE. They were first used for their feathers, for ceremonies, and to make blankets and robes. Native Americans started eating turkey meat from around 1100 AD. Today, in the United States and Canada, turkey is traditionally eaten as the main course for Thanksgiving dinner and in much of the rest of the world for Christmas dinner. Americans eat over 40 million turkeys at Thanksgiving every year. The US is also the largest producer and exporter of turkey meat. Ground turkey has significantly increased in popularity as a nutrient-rich, low-fat substitute for ground beef. Number 5. Goats. Goats were among the earliest domesticated animals, dating back around 10,000 years ago. According to archaeological evidence, the wild bizarre ibex of the Zagros Mountains is the likely ancestor of all domestic goats today. More than 450 million goats globally were slaughtered for food in 2016, over a third of which were in China. Goat meat is considered the healthiest of red meats as a rich source of nutrients, including protein, vitamin B12, iron, zinc, and potassium. It is also low in total fat and saturated fat compared with other red meats, with higher levels of potassium and lower levels of sodium than lamb, beef, chicken, and pork. It is a healthier option for people with hypertension and heart and kidney disease. Number 4. Lamb. Lamb, the world's fourth most consumed meat, is particularly common among a variety of Mediterranean cultures. Sheep were among the first animals to be domesticated for agricultural purposes between 11,000 BC and 9,000 BC in ancient Mesopotamia. They were primarily raised for meat, milk, and skins. The younger the lamb, the more tender the meat, but the older sheep meat, mutton, and hogget have a stronger flavor. Global lamb production is expected to reach 10.7 million metric tons by 2026. Year-on-year growth has averaged 0.9% since 1966. Number 3. Beef. Beef represents 25% of total meat consumption. As of 2018, the United States, Brazil, and China were the largest producers of beef. In prehistoric times, humans hunted aurochs, the wild ancestors of modern cattle, and later domesticated them. Since then, breeding has been done specifically to improve the quality or quantity of their meat. Beef is prepared in a variety of ways: steak, roast beef, pot roast, brisket. Beef also contains iron and vitamin B12. The downside of beef is its environmental impact. Factory-farmed cattle are a primary driver of deforestation, the highest producer of greenhouse gas emissions of any agricultural product, and the heaviest user of land and water resources. Number 2. Chicken. Historically, chickens were raised for cockfighting or special ceremonies, not for food until 4th to 2nd centuries BCE. Today, chickens are used primarily as a source of meat and eggs. Globally, more than 50 billion chickens are farmed each year, and in the US, more than 8 billion are slaughtered for meat, making it the most popular meat in America. Globally, 70% of poultry meat and 68% of eggs are produced in factory farms, according to the World Watch Institute. Number 1. Pork. Pork, the meat from hogs or domestic swine, is the most consumed animal in the world at 36%. Pork is classified as red meat by the USDA. Pork is generally produced from 6 to 7 month old animals. Ham, bacon, and sausage are made from cured pork. The domestication of pigs or immature hogs for food dates back to 7000 BC in the Middle East. The earliest surviving pork recipe is Chinese and is at least 2000 years old. In 2020, China was the largest producer of pork, followed by the European Union and the United States. These countries accounted for roughly 76% of the world's pork production. In China, pork is so important that the country has a strategic pork reserve. China uses this reserve to control supply and prices. As we explore the world's most consumed meats, we unveil the diverse flavors and cultural significance they bring. Don't miss out on our other captivating content. Stay curious and subscribe now.